Cherish, if I can have you call roll.
All right. Magistrate Coldiron.
Here, can you hear me?
Yes. Magistrate Riley.
Present.
And Magistrate Humphrey.
Present.
And Judge Executive Chuck Dills.
Present.
And Brian Maines has joined us.
Yeah, Brian has joined us. So. Okay, moving down to item 3, approval of regular meeting minutes of September 7th, 2021, and regular meeting minutes and December 13th, 2021, special meeting.
Of the December 7, 2021 and December 13th, 2021, I approve as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Coldiron, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
Aye.
Appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to number 4, fiscal matters. First one is A, approval of claims, the general fund, road fund, jail fund, along with all transfers presented dated December 21st, 2021.
I'll make a motion to approve the claims on the general fund, road fund, and jail fund, along with all the transfers presented dated December 21st, 2021.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor, raise your hand.
Aye.
It appears
Aye.
all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item B, motion to approve the county clerk's budget amendment for 2021. We have Tabitha Clemens, our county clerk, with us. If anyone has any questions, this is in your packet. Tabitha, is there anything you wanted to mention on the amendment?
So a lot of the several line items I had to amend, specifically in regards to refunds. Part of doing the AUP audit that's offered by the auditor's office for fee offices is that your line items have to be within a few percentage points of being correct. So that's why I come to you with this amendment today, is to be able to be in compliance for that audit. And one of the reasons, if you're looking at the budget, the refunds on both sides, on the revenue and the expenditure side, is so elevated, that number is because of the 25% deposit that we have to take in for the delinquent tax bill sale to be in compliance with KRS. Any third-party purchasers have to put down a down payment, so to speak, of 25% of any of the bills they could potentially buy at the sale. And we take in a lot of money in that third quarter in the third quarter, in that July and August timeframe. And then by the end of August, we have refunded back any of the money that they did not spend at the tax bill sale. So if anybody has any specific questions, I'm happy to answer any of those for the 2021 amendment. The only thing that I would ask is when you do accept this amendment, you approve it in whole.
Does anyone have any questions for Tabitha before we take a motion?
They're trying to find the amendment. Is it toward the end of the?
It's on in the packet, Shauna, the last page. It's not numbered, but it's probably the 6th page to the end of the packet, I think. Because Brian's budget before hers, the documents, at least in our scannable packet.
So you guys have 2 on your first and your second scan. It should be on your, is it the first scan?
At
the end, I think it's at the end of the first scan.
Let's see. It's in the first packet, yes, or the first, yeah. daggone it, you made me click out of it. Now I got to get back in it. Got it. I make a motion to approve the county clerk's budget amendment for 2021, along with sitting. Are we on to that part too? Did you want us to do that?
No,
Also,
we're just doing this one and doing it
Okay,
as a
and then
whole.
we'll go. Okay, and so
and
I make a motion.
Jacqueline,
Yeah.
it's 2022.
No, this
Okay.
amendment on
This-
2021.
This amendment is
Oh,
for
I'm sorry, it's the
21
first one. I
budget.
apologize. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was like, now I'm real confused.
Right.
Yeah, we're on
I-
the amendment for
Yeah.
this current budget.
Correct. Okay, good. So I make a motion to approve in whole the Grant County Clerk's budget amendment for 2021.
I'll second.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor, raise your hands. It appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item C, motion to approve the county clerk's budget for upcoming year 2022.
And to Cherish's point, that's the second packet.
It's difficult scanning so many documents in one email. Tab, anything you want to mention on your upcoming budget for 2022?
Mainly, we just collectively as county clerks throughout the state, we're concerned about the vehicle market as it stands right now. There are many vehicles that are selling above MSRP, which means people are paying more than what the asking price is for vehicles. And that's also in land records as well. We know that on the land records side, we are not going to see the number of refinances that we did in 2020 or 2021, because it feels like with the number of things that we've recorded, about everybody who owns a home has refinanced it in some shape or form in these last year and a half or so. So we were conservative on looking at our revenue moving forward for 2022. With that said, it doesn't mean that that we don't think that vehicles are going to move. We do. We're just concerned about the number of vehicles that are coming into the market as well because of the chip shortage. We know that there is a delay in getting vehicles to the sales lots. So that's also bringing some concerns forth, and why I didn't kind of look at the budget that you just amended and align more closely with that is because we are being conservative on the revenue. The last thing that I want to do is come to you in the third quarter of my budget year, which is the calendar year, and know that I'm not going to make my budget or, you know, something along those lines. I like to be conservative on the revenue and on the expenditures, and then come to you in the first part of the following year with a hefty check in excess fees. So that's hopefully what will happen in 22, but that kind of hopefully will clarify why we didn't align those numbers specifically in line with what we amended in 21, because we don't know what those two markets are going to do, and our fees are derived from those markets. So it's hard to project exactly what will happen. I'm happy to answer any questions specifically if anybody has any.
Does anyone have any questions for Tabitha?
Not necessarily on the budget submitted, but it is a financial dollar amount. The timing of the grant for the voting machines, What does that look like?
So that's a really interesting question. I'm glad that you asked that. So the timing of that is going to be hopefully within the first quarter of 2022. There was, from the time that I spoke to you all last about the voting equipment, there was a delay from the Secretary of State. There was a State Board of Elections meeting on the 19th of November. And on that meeting, the State Board of Elections was prepared to approve $2,200 per precinct per county. The Secretary of State requested that the State Board delay that vote, and they did. However, they voted today to move forward with the per precinct funding. That number is going to fluctuate because there are less precincts that are requesting the money. So there's fewer counties who are going to be requesting. So the exact dollar amount is not yet just, prescribed in that motion. It's just they know they have enough money to spread out what they have throughout the counties who are definitely going to request the money. I would anticipate that we'll see that come the first quarter of next year.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We need a
I'll make a
motion.
motion to, I'll make
As
a
a whole,
motion to approve the county clerk budget for 2022.
As a whole,
Yes.
okay.
I second.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Codar. All in favor, raise your hand. It appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item D, the last item for county clerk, motion to approve the annual order setting maximum salary amount for deputies and assistants for Grant County Clerk for the year of 2022.
I make a motion to approve the annual order setting maximum salary amount for deputies and assistants for the Grant County Clerk's Office for 2022.
I will second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor, raise your hand. It appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item E. This is going to be for the Grant County Sheriff on upcoming calendar year. And as you know, this is a statutory requirement for us to do. It's not actually his budget that we're setting. We'll be doing in the upcoming months in 2022 under fee pulling. So I need a motion to approve the Grant County Sheriff's budget for 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve the Grant County Sheriff's budget for 2022.
I will second.
Motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor, raise your hand. It appears all in favor, motion carries. Same thing with the sheriff. We need a motion to approve the annual order setting maximum salary amount for deputies and assistants for the Grant County Sheriff's Office for 2022.
Make a motion to approve the annual order setting maximum salary amount for deputies and assistants for the Grant County Sheriff's Office for 2022.
I'll second.
Motion made by Magistrate Codar, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor, raise your hand. Appears all in favor, motion carries.
How come you
Moving
don't
down.
have an eye tonight and raising our hands?
Do what now?
We're creatures of habit. Half this meeting, I'm thinking, raise your hand and say aye or whatever. And I'm like,
I
having to
just
say that.
on Zoom, I've cut out the I. Just let's raise the
Okay,
hand.
all right, I like it.
Moving down to
To the hand.
item G, motion to approve for myself, Judge Executive Chuck Dills, to sign the 2021 Emergency Management Assistance Program contract. This is something we do every year for funding through emergency management.
I make a motion to approve Judge Executive Chuck Deals to sign the 2021 Emergency Management Assistance Program.
I will second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor, raise your hand.
Now, this says 2021. Is that for 2021 since it's getting ready to end? Or
Well-
is it actually a 2022 thing, or is it just a weird way they do this?
Roger, I've given up on all the years at this point. I think it's all just whatever.
Roger, believe it or not, I questioned the same thing, but it starts in October 2021 and runs to October 2022.
Wow.
So it runs on a federal, I guess it's a federal year because it's federal funds.
Don't make it up. It's on the paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it does.
questioned too when I saw 2021, since I knew it was upcoming year, but yeah, it's because it actually runs from October 2021 to October 2022.
And Chuck, we're still
It's the
going to,
EMPG.
go ahead,
Do
Shauna,
what?
what?
I said it does state in the description, EMPG 2021 cycle.
Yes. Jacqueline, do you have a question?
Just a clarity question along the lines of emergency management. We still have the intentions of getting additional training for Melissa to support, the federal grant processes and stuff with less, correct?
Absolutely. Once training's available, and because of COVID, training has been delayed, and I don't know if they finally have found a date that they believe they're going to have training or not.
The
But
last
they're to
week,
notify us once training's available.
yep, okay, good. I just wanted to make
So
sure. the
that
last
is the intention, that Melissa will be handling the paperwork and let Les Board do the infield.
Good. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
So I need a motion.
You need a second, right? From
Yes.
Jacqueline.
So a motion by Magistrate Codar, a second by Magistrate Riley. All in favor by saying, raise your hand. Motion carries. All in favor. Okay, moving down to appointments, item H. I have an appointment at the request of Tourism for Jenna Smith to the Grant County Tourist and Convention Commission, effective January 1, 2022, ending December 31st, 2026.
I make a motion, hold on. I'm too far down. I make a motion to appoint Jenna Smith to serve as a member of the Grant County Tourism Convention Commission, said term to begin January 1st of 22 and to expire December 31st of 2026.
I second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Codar. All in favor, raise your hand. It appears all in favor. Motion carries. Moving down to item E, I have an appointment of Mike Zovath to the Grant County Tourist and Convention Commission, effective 1/1 of 22, ending 12/31 of 26.
Make a motion to appoint,
Motion. Bath to the Grant County Tourist and Convention 1/1/2022 through 12/31/2026.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Codar, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor, raise your hand. It appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to J, I have a reappointment of Robin Webster to the Grant County Tourist and Convention Commission, effective 1/1 of 22, ending 12/31 of 26.
I make a motion to reappoint Robin Webster to serve as a member of the Grant County Tourist and Convention Commission, said term to begin January 1st of 22 and to expire December 31st of 2026.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor, raise your hand. It appears all in favor, motion carries. Our last reappointment is of Cindy Marie Reynolds to the Grant County Tourist Convention Commission, effective 1/1 of 22, ending 12/31 of 26.
Make a motion to reappoint Cindy Marie Reynolds to the Grant County Tourist Convention Commission, effective 1/1 of 2022 to 12/31 of 2026.
I second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Humphrey, a second by Magistrate Kodar. All in favor by raising your hand. It appears all in favor, motion carries. Moving down to item L, we have opiate litigation. Stephen Bates, I'll let you.
Yeah, and I want to start by, David, if you believe it necessary, we can obviously go into executive session on this matter. I know it's an open litigation at this point.
Yeah.
And I don't know exactly what you're prepared to discuss, but I want to make sure that we go into executive session given the status of the litigation.
Yeah, I think we are going to ask the court to take at least 2 action items, if not 3 action items this evening. I think it is probably best to provide the court the litigation update in closed session before they come out to take action if they deem it appropriate.
Okay, so I guess what I would ask of the court at this point is if we could go into executive session, and given that we're on Zoom, probably the best way to do that is to ask those participants to go into a waiting room, and then we'll bring them back in when we're out of the executive session and discussing this ongoing litigation.
Stephen, we'll have to check with Colton. I don't know if we have the ability to put in a waiting room.
I'm using a phrase that we use. I know that they do that in courts. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, I've never had to do that, Stephen. If somebody knows off the top of their head how to do that, but
I think it's actually a feature you have to have worked before you send the link. I don't know that while the link is active and we're on that you can make that call right now. I'm looking real quick.
I tell you what we can do.
We could
I can go down to, if anybody has any a citizen's address. I don't have anything.
That, or we could also just text these two when we're finished and have them rejoin. I mean, since they're here, if they want to put their cell phone in the comments, we could call them back to dial back in when we come out of executive session.
Yeah.
David, is there anything you have to speak on? If not, we can text you back if you want, just for us to adjourn. It's David Rose I'm speaking to.
He might, David, you'll have to come off mute. I could try to call him real quick on my phone. If I have his number.
I'll go ahead and leave if y'all don't need anything else from me.
Okay, no, that's great. Thanks, Brian.
Shauna or Roger, do you have his number?
I do not.
Yeah,
I don't
do.
either.
I thought I had it, but I just looked, I don't.
Well, he's gone
went
now.
off.
Okay, hopefully we can message him back if you would like.
Okay.
So for us to go into executive session is what?
I'm sorry?
To vote to go in, to make a motion to go into executive session per KRS, blah, 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 blah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I think it's just a motion to go into executive session. I
Okay.
think that's it.
So move then. I was going to read off
On
the
litigation.
KRS for litigation, for the purposes of litigation.
Yeah. So a
I'll second
second.
that.
Yeah, there we go.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Humphrey, to go in executive session for litigation on the opiate settlement.
Can I pause 1 second? We're still not recording, are we?
I was just about to pause that recording.
Okay.
So,
Yes. Now go ahead and pause recording.
okay.
Okay, we're back in a regular meeting. With that being said, I need a motion on the executive session on the litigation.
I make a motion this evening to approve Judge Dills, authorizing him to sign the participation settlement pertaining to the opioid lawsuit. Should we clarify that?
That's perfect.
Second.
Have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Codar. All in favor by raising your hand. It appears all in favor, motion carries. David, thanks a lot for joining us.
Hold on, we got one
We
more.
need to do a second motion.
We gotta do a second motion there.
I make a motion to approve the supplemental retention agreement as discussed in executive session pertaining to the opiate lawsuit.
I'll second.
I have a motion made by Magistrate Riley, a second by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor, raise your hand. It appears all in favor, motion carries. Any other questions? If not, David, thanks for joining us tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. And if you can sign those, all 3 documents and email them back to me, we'll get them
Yes,
on
sure.
record.
Stephen, if you want, get with me in the morning. We'll get all the documents signed. We'll get them sent to you tomorrow.
Very good. And we'll get them filed and get you complete copies back and continue to keep you updated as the case develops.
Okay, thanks for all your all's work on this.
Merry Christmas.
Yep,
Happy
thank you.
holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas
as
to you as
well.
well.
Bye now.
Okay, moving down. The only thing I have on judge's report, a couple little things. I just want to say we have 31 county inmates and 191 state inmates, total of 222. Does any of the magistrates have anything to add?
Judge, what did you say? How many county?
31 county, 191 state. Moving down to magistrates, do y'all have anything to report on tonight?
I don't.
Just wish everyone a safe and healthy, happy Christmas and upcoming New Year.
I
Yeah,
ditto.
This will be our last meeting for the year, hopefully. I don't know of anything that we may have to have a special meeting on. Cherish, we're in good shape not to have any more meetings the rest of the year, correct? Well, that's good to hear. So with
Hey,
that being said,
I was just
citizens
gonna
address.
say, with the use of technology, we're just a phone call away.
Yeah,
I
we don't have
think-
any citizens join back on.
Mm-mm,
And I
none did.
asked him before we went in executive session. He didn't appear to have anything to speak on tonight. Moving down to our last item, I just want to remind everybody our next meeting will be Tuesday, January 4th, 2022, not 21, but 2022.
Did you hear
at
that, Mr.
6:30
Bates?
PM.
I give up. Give up.
So I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and safe holidays. With that being said, I need a motion to adjourn.
Make a
So
motion.
moved.
Go ahead, Shauna.
I did.
Yeah, she
And I
made the
second.
motion.
And then
Okay, I have a
I'll
motion made by Magistrate Codar, a second by Magistrate Riley, a third by Magistrate Humphrey. All in favor, raise your hand.
have a good one, you guys.
Motion carries.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.